Hi, my name is Heather and welcome to the Creativity Club, where we will be sharing our projects with each other so that we can get inspired by each other and share ideas. Today, I'm going to be sharing 4 of you guys' books that you've published through KDP. We'll be talking about what these books are about and looking at the illustrations and looking at what makes these books unique and fun and special in their own way, and what are some concepts from these books or ideas that we can apply to our own projects. And if you have any projects to share, then drop them in the comments, because I think that it really helps with creativity and with inspiration and motivation to share projects with each other. The first book that we're going to look at is The Brave Little Tooth by Mario Malagrino. And I am in love with this book because I just love the concept of the tooth. And it's basically looking at like brushing your teeth and cavities and all that, but from the tooth's point of view. And it's just adorable. And the illustrations are so pretty. And right away you see from the cover of this book that it is nice and bold colors, and it really grabs your eye. And the white tooth, the contrast against the red background, and then the little green germ right here, like it all just really pops. And I think that really helps to grab people's attention right when they see the cover of the book. I've seen this in a lot of you guys' books. This book belongs to, and I think that's a really cute idea. And if you're struggling to make the minimum of 24 pages, that's also a way to kind of help add another page to your book. But also it's just a way to make it cute and give it a little bit of personalization. Basically, this book goes through the story of Timmy, and he's brushing his teeth, but it's not about Timmy, it's about the tooth. Like if we open it up, it has the teeth here, and they have these little faces, and they're all happy. And it says how they like it so much when you brush the teeth because it's like having a bath, and they like all the foam and bubbles on them. And I just think that's so cute because it kind of gives a different perspective to brushing your teeth. This is so cute with the tooth in his little pajamas here. And I just think all of the pages of this book are just so fun and bright and colorful. And then it goes through here where then he eats all this candy and he gets lazy and doesn't brush his teeth. They go to the dentist, and I think this is a neat concept too, because like if I was drawing them going to the dentist, I'd probably just draw them standing there. But because it's like a dark shadow, it makes it look so ominous. And I just think that was a really neat effect that I probably wouldn't even have thought to do. Another thing I really like is that when you turn the page, a color will just like pop, and it'll be a different color sometimes. So over here, we have a lot of red and pink and purples. And then you turn the page, and then you get these light colors. So I feel like it's very engaging because it's like something new to look at every time instead of having everything like very consistent. These are the little germs, and I love that they are these strange little creatures that you can totally just picture in your teeth. And here they are like really breaking down the teeth, and I feel like this definitely gives a visual to the feeling that you have when you have a toothache. You can just picture these little creatures inside your teeth just like breaking it down, because that's what it feels like. And then we have the tooth happy here because the dentist made him feel better. I also really like at the end of the book, he put this, we would be very grateful for a positive review on Amazon. I think this is really good as a reminder to remind your audience to review your book on Amazon. There's an about the author page. I really like this part where he pulls out some illustrations from one of his other books to show. So he's doing a little bit of advertising for his other book. Here's the back, and it shows the little tooth being brushed. Just like a nice, bright, colorful illustration on this side too. The next book that I have is We Love Nacho by Amy L. Watkins and illustrated by Nomrota Saha. When you first look at this, you might think it's just about a dog, but the good thing is they have this little subtext right here that tells you right away it's not just a book about a dog. It's a book about giving a dog a forever home, and I think that's really important. One thing that I really liked about this book is that it basically shows like the entire adoption process from start to finish of getting an animal from a rescue. When we first open it up, we just have our cover page right here. We have our dedication page. Here's the first page, and it just shows them thinking about getting a pet, and then they say they want a dog. And the first thing that I really like here is that they say make a list of everything that you want in a pet. So right away they're showing like the process of getting a pet, and a very good tip is to think of what you would want in a pet before you go get one. And I love these illustrations too. They're just beautiful. I am not good at illustrating people at all, but this person clearly is. And this is also another format that I really like, is having the image on one side of the page and then the text on the other. We have this page where they look at a dog and they want the dog, but then the dog is taken. And then they find another dog they want, but then that dog is taken. And one thing that I think is really cool is that they snuck in a little bit of education with languages here, because there are some Spanish words in here, like where they say que pasa, calabaza, nada nada, limonada. And if you go to the back of the book, then it actually has the translations for those. So I think that's a neat little learning element that just kind of got snuck in there. We also have over here, when we turn to this page, then we have the list of everything that they're going to need for the new dog. And I think that's amazing. Like, actually, since I volunteer for the rabbit rescue where I live, I think it would be really fun to do a book like this and have all the things that you would need for a rabbit in it. I just think this is such a cool idea. It's such a good way to show a kid how the adoption process works. Here's the dog that they're going to get. Here's this illustration here of them with the dog. And you would think that that would be it, but it's not. Because then when you turn the page, all this bad stuff happens where the dog is like chewing stuff up and messing with everything. I really like that they included this section, because this is a very important part of the adoption process where you adopt this animal and maybe the animal isn't perfect. And so it kind of shows you how to deal with that. Here we have where they're kind of going over the possible reasons, and maybe the dog wanted more attention, or maybe the dog wanted to play. And then in the end, they say that they're going to play with the dog, give it food, and let the dog walk them to the bus stop. So then they fix all the problems. And I think that's perfect. Another cool thing is that all of the animals in the book are based off of real animals. And I mean, I'm guessing the people are too, but it's really cool because even the ones that they wanted to adopt, these are the real pictures of them. And then the one they ended up adopting, Nacho, is right here. So I think that is just so creative and I love it. And then here we have the blank pages in the back. And I do get questions often about the minimum page count and what if we can't reach the minimum page count. But here you go. This counts as 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. So, I mean, you could have a book with only 20 pages, not 24, and the rest are blank. And then you can have other blank pages too. Like she could have had blank pages between these as well, like the front ones with the text on them. So, you know, don't worry about that. Here's the back, and we have about the author and about the illustrator and a little blurb about the book. My next book is called The Bored Elephant, and this is written and illustrated by Raspreet Sagoo. And this is a really cute book that I think would be adorable to have in like a gift shop in a zoo or something. So I hope something like that comes from this. I hope it ends up in some zoo gift shops. And this is about a little elephant that's bored. I really like the cover because I love how all of the animals are on the cover. And then you kind of know that there's going to be all these different animals in the book. If we open it up, we have a little blurb here, like kind of a summary of the book here. And then another of This Book Belongs To, which I think is really cute. And this I just love. I absolutely love it. I have to do this for one of my future books. She has this pattern here with the elephant and the bee, and it's just so cute, and I love it. Because I've had books in the past where like the inside cover has a pattern on it, but you can't do that with KDP. But she did it with just one of these pages, and I love it. I think it's such a cute idea. And then we have our cover page here. This is where it introduces the elephant. This part right here, I love how she took the word zoo and made it part of the picture. So we have the text up here, who lived in the zoo, and then zoo is actually part of the arch. Here it says he got bored. And one thing that's so cute is that the bee is in a lot of the scenes, and it doesn't really mention him, but he's just like there, and it's so cute because it's just one little kind of surprise thing that you could notice. It just makes the book that much more interesting. Here he is drinking a little drink. Here's the elephant. He's gonna take a bath. Oh, and I really love this page with the splash. So I think this is so creative to have the text here and have a splash around it, and then there's a gradient in the back, and it just looks really creative and fun, and I love it. We have the bee here, and he's taking a little bath too. And here's the elephant. He's bored again. And now here's where he goes and starts visiting the different animals. So he's going to sneak up on the cockatoo. So he does that. And then there's that little bee again. And then he's bored again. And then he talks to the owl. And he's bored again. And there's the little bee. And then he gets an idea. And here's another really cool page. I love this one where we have the big light bulb in the back and it says he finally knew what to do, and we have this bright yellow and then the blue around it, and I just think it's so pretty and it really stands out and grabs your attention. So I think that's so fun, and I like how simple this layout is. I mean, not that the layouts should always be super simple, but I really like it for this case. I think it just looks really nice. And then I really love how the text goes along the ground here. And there's a lion and the monkey. And at the end, he just gets all the animals together and they have a big do. So I think that's super cute, and it really showcases all of these fun little animals in the zoo. And there's a final page for the end. And then again, my favorite page, which is the one with the pattern on it. I think it's so pretty. Here's the back, which has a little blurb about the book and about the author. And I think it's a really cute layout. It's basically a continuation of the front, which I think is super cute. Like if you open it like this, you get the whole scene, which I think is so creative. The last book I have for today is this musical instruments book, and this is by Kito, Kamili. And by the way, she has a YouTube channel where she puts her music up, and she has some really cool music that I love. She sings and does the piano and stuff. And I guess she teaches music lessons, so she made this for some of the kids. And I think this is a great example of something that you can do that's not necessarily a storybook. So this has coloring and it has writing practice. They would color this and they would practice writing the word here, and then they would practice writing it there. And first of all, I love the cover. I think the bright colors really grab your attention and draw you in, and there's a lot of good contrast here. Also, she has this little thing right here that says music equals fun book series. The people that get the book will see that, and then they'll want to know what other books are in that series. If we open it up, we have some text here and another "this book belongs to." So I think that's 3 out of 4 of these had "this book belongs to." I think that's a really cute idea. Basically, it goes through all the instruments, and the kid can color them and practice writing them. I think this is a great idea for artists that want to just like draw things and put it together as something educational. I think that's really good. I've definitely done quite a few coloring books, and they're really fun because first of all, they're a lot less work than a full-on children's book, and you just do the outlines and then you're done. So I think that's really fun, and it's always fun to do something educational too. So I like the educational aspect to this. When you get to the end, this is really cute too. It's celebration time. So they can write their name in, and it'll say they successfully completed the musical instrument activity and coloring book. This is a really neat concept that I never would have thought of, is she has excerpts from her other books in here, like little samples, and I think that's a great idea because then if someone really likes that page, then hopefully they'll go buy the book. This is a bonus page from Music Fundamentals Activity and Coloring Book, and it has treble clefs on the staff, and then you color the treble clef. This is a bonus page from I Am Music coloring right here, and this is a bonus page from Adventures of Children and Teen Musicians. Here she has the covers of some of her books, and she has her website here so you can go and see what books she has. On the back, I really like this too. She has the cover of one of her other books here. That's really nice because someone might see that and then they want to get that book. Over here, she has some of her other books that she has for sale too. So I really love this book, and I think it definitely gives us some good ideas of other books that we can do that aren't necessarily a whole storybook. I hope that you liked this video, and I hope you liked sharing our creativity with each other. And let me know in the comments if you have any projects that you want to share, or even like progress pictures. Link it in the comments. And welcome to the Creativity Club. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so I know to make more videos like this. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!